I mean,
All right, there
as
you
long as
go.
it's
So
doing
we're going to talk
something.
about Zombicide, the game,
Yeah,
right,
sure.
Clint?
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we're going to play in a little bit, so you guys can watch
Yep.
it on YouTube.
And we're doing just the overview scenario.
And so Zombicide is what? It's surviving zombies, correct?
Yep. In this case, it's the second edition, surviving zombies in a modern setting. So we're not doing anything future or fantasy
No
or
futuristic.
Wild West or anything like that. Which
Okay.
I was going to stay away from the Wild West, but I actually did some research on. I think I'm going to buy it, especially since you can now have a Gatling gun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Gatling guns work.
But in Dark Age,
For sure.
Black Plague, and Green Tide, you can have ballistas.
You can have what?
Ballistas,
What's that?
trebuchets, catapults.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Nice.
Ooh,
Yeah,
weapons.
so-
Yes, it would
weapons.
be.
So
Ooh,
So
would
the
that
rules-
mean I could load it up with a zombie and catapult a zombie
no,
into
it
another
does not
zombie?
mean that.
That would be awesome, though.
But if you
Wouldn't
could
it, though?
catapult the zombies, that would be
You
cool.
do not want to be near a zombie. Period.
But what? Okay, so what if I kill one, take up its head, put it in the catapult,
You-
and
you
catapult
don't.
its head at the other? I mean, it's
So
technically
right-
unlimited ammunition at that point.
Yeah. So
Could. I mean, so the point of the game is to survive, and it just gets incrementally harder as you go.
yes.
Because I
Yes,
did
it
a
does.
test play with.
And then it kicks you in the you know what's right at the end.
Yeah,
And it did.
Can you actually
Boy.
survive this? Because it looks to me like
We almost did, and then it kicked us in the you know what's last night. We were literally
almost.
We had looted everything. We were literally having 3 people to get off the board at their next turn, and then I drew 2 large zombies who were able to move right away, and we were effed.
You just killed
There
you
was
all.
because Evie only had 1 health left, and if one person goes down, you lose. And there was no way we were surviving. We were done.
So
It was just brutal.
I tried playing this last week on our gamer show, right? But with Brian
Yeah, and-
from Weird World War II and Mini War Mutt, and it was a fun game. First time I played it, but we thought we were doing good, man. We were clearing the zombies out of the way, and then we just got
You got overloaded.
overran and literally killed, and it was like that. You were doing good,
So
and then
I have learned a couple things with this scenario now.
what's that?
Those red crates bump your adrenaline by 5 as soon as you grab them, and someone has to grab them.
So we need to
And
grab
so
the
when you-
last.
The problem is, for
Well,
every action, it looks like on this chart
you-
thing it's got, it screws you because it makes it harder and harder and harder.
That's not the part that screws. No, this is all extra stuff you get, you unlock. It screws you when the zombies come out.
Yeah, but what I mean is,
But-
the red level zombies are different than yellow or blue level.
No,
right?
they're all the same level.
It's how many zombies
It's just
it draws.
how many come out.
Oh,
and I
I'm-
will tell you right now, at red level, it's times 10.
That's why you get so
And I
many
have 2
miniatures.
spawn points.
That's why you get so many miniatures.
Now,
Okay.
we will probably never get to red level with this scenario. But I did realize something yesterday. You have 2 people grab the red crates who have taken or killed no zombies. So all it does is move them up 5, which keeps them in the blue. Because as long as everyone stays in the same color, we're drawing at a lower rate. As soon as someone gets their kill meter up to a different color, everything's drawn at that rate.
So
Because this scenario is designed to
The higher your heart rate,
this scenario is designed that as you create your objectives, you move off the board.
don't you have
So-
to come back down to exit?
Yeah, you move
Okay.
off.
Okay.
If you're in a yellow level and you move that character off and everyone else is blue level, everyone drops back down to blue level. So
Wait,
there's
if
there's
what?
there's a way to be
There's a way to
there's
beat
a way to be
like a
smart
loophole.
about it. Well, I don't want to call it a loophole. It's just playing smart. The survivors will always make noise. Your survivor is counted as a noise token. Zombies will always go to the most amount of noise tokens, or if they can see a survivor. You can make noise in a place more than a survivor. So if you've got a survivor and a noise token, and you make 3 noise tokens in another square, the zombies will move to that zone.
I was gonna say I played
The-
edition 1. This is edition 2.
This is edition 2, very similar, but
So
not
it's-
much different.
But the sound brings them to you. Right.
Now,
Yep.
can you make noise and
You
hop
can
to the next zone?
and I'll explain that in your actions. Everyone's gonna have 3 actions, unless your card lets you have an extra action. So a lot of them will actually let let you, or they'll let you move for free, or attack for free, or something.
I got like a free search action.
Right.
And a
Free search actually is very handy, actually, because generally you can only search once. So if you're not spending one of your other actions to search, that's actually really handy. You will spend an action to open the crates. You will spend an action to open the doors. You may or may not make noise opening the doors depending on who has what equipment. What do you have for equipment, Greg? Flip your equipment card
I
over.
have. Is this the equipment card
Yeah,
here?
that's so, and you can put it in either hand. It
I have a crowbar.
So Greg has the only way to open the doors quietly. I
Yeah,
have the
'cause it
fire
shows
axe. I
a-
can open a door, but it's noisy. Now I have found with this scenario, noise really doesn't matter because the zombies will see you for the most part and go towards you anyway.
Is this okay? So on
Put
this,
it in either side of your tray. That's your right or your left hand.
Okay, but this thing here looks like an ear with a line
Yeah.
through it. Means no noise.
No noise.
Okay.
It means it's silent.
Okay. Awesome.
Yep. The fire axe has the ear without the slash. But when you're using it as a combat weapon, it doesn't make noise.
So what's the ear with electrical mean?
That means it makes noise.
Oh, okay. Just means it makes noise.
Yep, it's noise. Most of the weapons we have items we have are going to make noise. The baseball bat does not make noise, but you cannot open doors with it.
So who's got the crowbar? Greg does.
I have the fire axe, which means I start this turn. So, Greg and I are the only two right now capable of opening doors. So on your turn, you can move, you can attack, you can open doors, you can search crates, you can make noise, you can trade equipment with other players, as long as they're in the
Okay.
same
So
square.
in this situation, it's almost best that I escort Greg all the way to the other side,
So-
or you the other side.
You
Well,
would try to stick together, right? Help
you
each
you
other
would
out?
want to. You don't definitely want to get separated because any one of you guys can go down in a turn, especially
Yeah,
the kids.
I found that out.
And when the kids go down, you're done. Now the kids have slippery automatically.
Which means slippery is
They can move out of a zombie zone.
they're harder to get a hold
They're
of.
hard to get a hold of.
Okay.
I can
Does
move
the
into
slippery-
a zombie zone.
But does that take an action?
That does not.
Yes, it
It
does
takes
take an
an
action.
action.
There's a. You could move.
There's a what?
Why would you run into a zone with a zombie?
I don't know. What are you reading, sir?
She has
I
an
can't
ability
see.
called charge. It'll only work while you're in blue. She can. It says during each of their turn for free, a survivor may move up to 2 zones to a zone containing at least 1 zombie. Normal movement rules
Well,
still
there's
apply.
one zombie, not many others.
Yeah,
She can charge up and
But
cut
at
its
this
head
point,
off.
yeah, she's got a baseball bat, so that would be beneficial.
Bash
So,
its head off.
or bash its head off, whichever.
if your card says you have a free action, or you get a +1 action, for example, then you have that option to use that action and 3 additional actions.
Okay. So mine, on the back of mine, it says lucky. For each action the survivor takes, they may re-roll all dice in additional time.
Depends on when lucky comes into play for you.
I don't know. I haven't played this, so.
Lucky when you're in your red.
Oh my God! So you've got to.
Right now you have slippery,
Oh, okay.
which is
I get
handy
it.
because
I
you
get
can
it.
do the same thing the kids could do. And trust me,
As the game progresses,
it's very
it unlocks
handy
more.
to have slippery.
Now, do you get, like, when you move to orange and red, do you get all the actions?
No, you
Or
just get what the color you're at is.
Well, okay, so I'd only get. Okay, and you have to pick one or the other on orange.
It's wherever your peg is sitting. Yeah. Yeah, on when you've got multiples of that color, then generally I would assume with the pegs, if you keep moving through that color range, you just keep adding a peg. And once there's a peg by that item, then you can use it.
Gotcha.
So as long as there's a peg next to the action, you can use it. Then I would say in that logic, and let's look at that up while we're talking about, then as long as there's a peg next to it, you should be able to use it regardless of if you're in that color or not.
Yeah.
That is something that I have not considered.
Well,
If a zombie
so-
moves into a square with you and the zombie is able to attack, they automatically hit, you automatically take damage. If a zombie moves into a square that has 3 survivors, we basically randomly roll to see who takes the hit. Or if it happens to be there's 3 of us and one of them's a kid, we can opt to not have the kid take the damage
And one of the adults.
and one of the adults take it. It kind of is like whoever has the most
Well, how many survivors does this come with? It looks like a dozen.
It comes with 12, 6
Okay.
kids and 6 regulars, and then I'm going to get more.
And then, well, yeah, one thing you guys I was looking at is
Well-
I'm new to this game, but online you can buy other characters,
Right.
individual, like $5-6 for special
There
characters.
were a bunch of Kickstarter characters that are available on eBay. I'm getting those. The RPG has 6 characters in it, and you can buy a box set that has those 6 characters for this game. So that's what I'm getting on this paycheck is that box set, and that'll give us. We're gonna have a bunch of characters because what I want to do is I want to do kind of like a campaign setting.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So we pick characters.
Gotcha.
If a character goes down, we lose the mission. And the next time we play, that person keeps the characters they have. If they were one of the ones that lost a character, then they pick a new character to put into play. We basically find a new survivor. Or we could do survivor rescue missions if we wanted to, and it's something that's an open mission
That'd
where
be
we
cool.
have a 4-plate map and one of the characters is actually in there.
Okay, so
And
it
we
gives
have
you.
to rescue them to get that. And sometimes we could even work that into one where if someone goes down right away, we don't necessarily have to stop when we lose a character because you don't in first edition.
Okay.
I'm the other group that we're playing. We're going to start house ruling a couple things. Dave is really not comfortable with the fact that if the zombie goes in the square and attacks you, automatically take damage.
Who isn't comfortable with it?
Dave,
Oh, a friend of yours. Okay.
no,
Dave, your brother.
Cole's husband.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I just stopped thinking you were.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
like,
what
wait a
talking
minute,
about.
I'm not.
And
no,
I kind of
understand.
agree with him. So I got looking at the core zombies, and I think what we're going to do, I'm not doing it for this one now, but what we're going to do is give combat stats to the zombies. So their range is 0. Their attack dice is 1 for the standard zombie, 2 for the runner, and 3 for the
Right,
the
because then if
beasts.
they move, they automatically hit.
And-
You could
Well,
yeah.
that's
yeah.
how-
die and not have a chance
But
to
see,
fight
that
them
makes
off.
what that
Yeah.
does is make the game go faster. I get
Yeah.
why they do it. I don't like that because we're not going to worry about we only have 30 minutes to play this and we need there's no I'm not doing any of this time BS stuff.
Yeah.
So we may adopt that rule. There was also some question about the weapons, but the weapons are going to stay as they are, and I understand why they're the way they are. But like these abominations, which we won't use in this scenario, we have no weapons in this game to kill these.
Yeah, you can't kill him, from what I understand.
Well, in this
There's a
game,
sword, isn't there? There's a certain
No.
sword or something?
no. In this game, they can be killed with the Molotov cocktail,
Oh,
which
that's what
there's
it was.
one in the deck.
what if you've got?
Or
you've got
if you can do 3 damage. There is no 3 damage weapon in this game. But if you have additional damage as your ability, you can do 3 damage to it.
What about
+1 die
other?
combat. Oh, +1 damage.
There's
Oh,
+1
really?
damage,
Okay.
yeah. So not everybody has that either.
So only certain
So
characters
only
are
certain
going to be able
characters
to
and certain
kill
weapons
them.
are going to be. The fire axe with a character that has the additional +1 damage can kill an abomination.
Okay.
If they hit.
And they're like
If they
juggernauts.
hit.
Just
yeah.
Is
Well, the
my
fire axe requires
interpretation
a
of it.
4+ to hit.
So you got 50-50 shot.
Yeah. So we figured when we were doing the zombie stats, basically the zombies would be at a 4+ to hit, and we just, depending on the zombie, bump up their dice pool.
Yeah.
The problem with that is giving these big ones 3 dice to roll, needing 4s or better, they potentially could hit 3 survivors. Because
And wipe 'em out.
if we can do the multi-hit rule, they can do the multi-hit rule.
Well, what's our when we play
But-
this? What's our mission going to be? You're
Right
doing
now, you're
introductory?
just snagging the crates and
Okay.
getting back out of the exit.
So it's introductory.
This
then.
is just the introduction scenario, and this was just an easy way
I
to
think
play.
the other ones are 4 pieces. This
You
is-
will
this is
run
a
some use
2-tile.
4.
I think
Yeah,
the other
this
ones
is a
are
2-tile
4.
just to kind of get. All right, let me look at something on those abilities real quick.
Okay, yeah, because
Because I didn't, that question didn't come up before. So the reason this has a 1 is because whenever zombies are spawned at the very end, you always spawn here first.
Okay.
Not every scenario will use that one, but a lot of them do.
So all zombies spawn there at the 1.
Zombies
So-
either spawn here or here.
There's
or
two.
when you open a door, they will first spawn in any dark. Now, here's a problem with that. If I get a runner spawn, a a rush spawn card. Not only do they spawn, they get to move.
Yeah, they spawn and move.
So if you pop this door open and 4 of them come in here, which we had happen, and they get a rush, all 4 of them now come into our square.
And kill you.
No. Because that, thank God for this rule system, the zombie either moves or attacks. You can't do both.
No,
They only
thank
get
God.
one action unless it's a runner. The runner
say
gets
the
2
runners
actions.
can
The runner
attack.
could move and attack. The other zombies can only move.
So if they move into your area, you do have the chance to defend yourself. then.
You are.
That's kind of
you're
what
an
happened
SOL.
when I tried it last week.
The other thing I don't like about this is targeting priority. So if there's a group of 3 zombies here, a zombie, a runner, and one of the abominations, you have to attack the abomination first, which most of us only have a 1 damage weapon. Oh, abominations are immune to 1 damage weapons.
Yeah, so that's
So
that's
we
ridiculous.
can't. So I'm a little on the fence with that
Do
one,
you-
on whether I want to keep it
So you
that
can't
way.
wipe out the other 2. I mean, that's
And the only reason part of that rule's in place is like Ellie ignores that rule because she's a snipe. She has a sniper ability, so she ignores that rule. So that being said, that just answered my question. I don't need to look it up. As long as there is a peg next to this ability, that ability is active to you.
And that's going to change as this meter on the
No,
bottom.
you
of
just
this.
keep adding pegs. Yeah, you
Oh,
gain
well,
more.
why you have
You gain
6
more.
extra pegs.
So
Yeah.
at some point, if you like, for example, with Doug, I could have him all the way up to ambidextrous. He'd get plus 1 of his combat rolls. He'd get a free combat action. He'd have 1 dice to his range. He'd get an extra attack, and he'd have matching set. Now with Doug, matching set, I need to find matching set means Doug is dual wielding. So I need to find.
Oh, so I can't just automatically dual wield.
No. You can put weapons in each hand, but you can only use both. If the character has matching set, they can dual wield, both melee or
Okay, so I
ranged.
can only shoot one or the other. I
So
can't dual
in
wield.
the case with Doug's matching set, is whenever an equipment card with a dual symbol is drawn during the search action, and this is the dual, it does have a dual symbol on this one, the survivor can immediately take another card of the same type from the equipment deck. Because I have this one, I need to go through here and find a pistol so that he can dual
Here, you
wield.
want to give me a different weapon and you can have the kids? I have that pistol.
Well, I don't have any other weapons. That's the problem.
How?
So you notice that one of yours is gray and one of yours is blue.
yeah.
It should be gray because something happened to my blue.
So
Or the blue is actually what you draw.
what about
Oh, okay.
Oh.
this scenario here, Clint?
Yeah.
Before we start playing,
There is
what is the
another
city
pistol.
block scenario? Is what?
City block scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this is. It's kind of like a city block.
No.
There's probably a mission
I
for
had
that.
somebody ask me on
We're-
Messenger here, what are we going to be playing when we do
the introductory
live-
scenario.
And I said introduction. He goes, "Oh man, play mission 1. It's called City Blocks."
We'll get there.
That'll be
So-
next week.
There is no other pistol
I don't know.
because I'm missing the one
Do
card.
you have a blade or anything?
No.
There's not
He's-
another weapon
I'm
in there?
just not going to worry about it.
Okay.
I'm just not going to worry about him dual wielding. It just basically lets me roll 2 dice. I'm still doing 1 damage. All it does is give me an additional die roll. At this point, we could just say he's got an additional die roll for his attack
Yeah.
and call it good. Just assume he's using it. The reason it has it, because it takes up inventory if you do otherwise. So
All right.
that's fine. I'm not going to worry about
That's
that.
okay. Well, so we're just basically,
I
this is
just-
Zombicide, and we're just talking about it.
Second
So
edition Zombicide.
Second
There is
edition.
a difference, but
There is
yeah.
a difference, yes, but it doesn't sound like there's much.
No,
so
there's not a lot.
we can go ahead and get to the live play. I
So,
just wanted
yeah.
to do a little podcast on this and test out our new equipment. If you guys are listening, then
We're gonna.
let us know.
I haven't had a chance to
What
research
you'd
the
like.
other missions. That's why I really don't want to do.
Yeah, we'll leave you at
all
this.
this stuff. Yeah, city blocks would be
Sorry
the next
about
one.
that.
It
So
leaves-
we'll do city blocks next week. Yeah, that's crazy because that is 9 maps,
9 maps, yes.
9 tiles?
9 tiles.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's a big
huge.
map. So, I
It's
think.
huge.
Yep.
And we start in the middle?
I don't know.
Yes, we start in the middle.
All right. Well,
We're
we're
close to the
going to
exit,
do this
but-
live, you guys. Usually on Sundays, we do a little live stream for that, and then we do our show at 4 Central. You can catch us there too on YouTube and
That
Facebook.
is massive.
Anything else other than this game is addictive? I played the
Yep.
first edition once. It's very, very addictive when you
And-
play it. And
Second edition.
yeah,
lets you
that's all
drive
I
the
can
cars.
say.
Yeah.
because you can't in first edition.
You can't.
Nope,
All
you
right.
can hide in
First
the
edition,
cars.
but second
in first
edition you can't.
Second edition, you can drive the cars.
And
Because there's
actually,
a
I've already found
scenario.
the file that might.
So
Yeah,
once
we need
you,
some cars.
that's the other thing. You can drive the cars on the map. Okay. Then we need to print
and
out those.
3D print
Yeah.
some cars. Yeah.
We'll get some printed and we'll show you
Yeah.
guys.
Well, I want to do at least. I want to 3D print the crates. I think 3D printed crates would be
Yeah,
much
yeah,
better.
that'll help a lot. And then 3D print maybe some doors or walls.
Yeah, because I know there's custom games off their website.
I'd also like to do different noise tokens, but these noise tokens are nice, and I'd actually like to at least be able to put them up versus laying them flat. Let's not lose it. These
Oh,
are
you
extra
mean-
sliders for your.
Well, you
health.
might be able to find like
Bigger.
maybe companies that make acrylic ones, or
Yeah, well, we'll.
have to see.
Yeah,
See,
I found
you
I
drop
found-
my bag.
I
You
found
do get a
the
lot.
other day on Etsy. I'm gonna order some. I
You-
found some acrylic Necron tokens. So then it's
That'll
got the
work.
plus ones and everything else for Warhammer.
Nice.
Nice. Well, those things always make the games more enjoyable. But we'll go ahead and get to the live version here. We'll end this podcast, and we'll catch you guys next time.